Greetings. Welcome to a special edition of in the Try Praying series, where we're looking at baptism. Three things to look out for in baptism: about washing, about immersion, and about being raised. First one is about being loved, forgiven, and forgiving. Story of Zacchaeus is that he was somebody who looked at other people and wanted to make money from them. The people looked at Zacchaeus and hated him because of the nastiness that he'd done to them. And Jesus looked at Zacchaeus and loved him. My question is, who needs a wash in that story? Possibly you might think, oh, Zacchaeus needs a metaphorical wash and he needs to be cleaned up from his nasty behavior of extorting money from people. But I wonder whether it's actually the people need a good wash too. They are being influenced by Zacchaeus' sin, and that they are then perpetuating a cycle of a lack of love. Compare this with Jesus, who is for Zacchaeus, and I believe for the people, and he is for us. He is in our corner. He is in Zacchaeus' corner. He wants what is good. He wants Zacchaeus to have love, and he invites himself for tea in order to share love with Zacchaeus. He's not driven by sin. He doesn't use his power to exploit people. He's not apathetic to others. He doesn't have a desire to control people. And also, he's not driven by a reaction to sin, which I think the people are. They hate Zacchaeus. They want him to be punished. I think that in Christ, we can be new creatures. We can be people who are always driven by love, even when there is sin around, either ours or other people's, is that we know what it is to forgive and being forgiven because we love, because when there's a Zacchaeus in the room, we love him. And that if we do that, we are different, because very few people put that into practice. St. Paul says in 2 Corinthians 5, if anyone is in Christ, the new creation has come. The old way of retribution and going on about sin has gone. The new is here. All this is from God, who reconciled us to himself through Christ and gave us the ministry of reconciliation. That God was reconciling the world to himself in Christ, not counting people's sins against them. And he's committed to us the message of reconciliation. We need to be washed from our fixation with getting even with people that sin, and also our fixation with getting so hurt by sin that we are incapable of loving. And if we do that, I think that we will have a different attire. We will look different to other people. In Revelation 6, John says he looked and he saw before him a multitude who no one could count, from every nation, people, and language, standing before the throne and before the Lamb. These are those who have come through great tribulation, who have washed their clothing and made them white in the blood of the Lamb, because they have resolutely, incessantly loved people, even when there is a lot of unlove around, a lot of nastiness, and that they have suffered the consequences of resolutely loving people, even when there is sin. And therefore, they are the people that shout aloud, salvation belongs to our God, who sits on the throne, and to the Lamb. I, for one, would like to be filled with that spirit. I, for one, would want to put my trust in God, who, when there are really bad things going along, continues to love, and to therefore I trust in the God who will raise me when I am in a really bad situation. And I pray that the light of Christ would live in me, and I pray that it would live in you too. That's my thoughts about what baptism might mean. And I think I've given you ample food for thought. Bless you in your discussion.